It's a city home to one of the most loyal and passionate fan bases in football. And all the noise they're making is being captured by the Dome here at Ford Field in Detroit. Well, just as we do every Thanksgiving Day, the kick is off, and here we go from Detroit. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Now he'll throw off the play fake. He's taking a shot on his first play. Well, they took their shot immediately. Would have been cool if they connected, but no luck. 2nd down.
That drop ruins the payoff to a well-designed play. It got a man open, it beat the coverage. That's a call they can revisit in the future with hopefully a much better job finishing the catch.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. First give on the ground to Jahmyr Gibbs. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
First and 10 from the 41. Another one for Gibbs. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Right up the gut. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Christian Harris on the stop. He got 5, and now it's going to be 3rd down and 3.
The humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. He'll throw it. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Call that punt a 52-yard effort. And the Texans' drive is going to start from deep in their own territory. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. That one's complete right side. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
First down, ball at the 36. They run. It's the rookie from UCLA. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Terrion Arnold in on the stop. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Burrow out of the shotgun. He finds Mitchell, complete. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Kid, I was on the field, the young high school quarterback, just last week, and I told him one of the greatest attributes a quarterback can have is courage. And it takes courage to sit in that pocket that long, let a play develop, and let that receiver work all the way from one side of the field to the other and give him a chance to make a play.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Sending a receiver left. 3rd and short, it's Burrow. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Here we go.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Burrow setting up the play action. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense, and now we let the chess match begin, the adjustments begin, because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Another try following the sack. Taking a shot deep down the field it goes. And in for the Houston touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
That one right down the middle. And the Texans will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The kicking team all ready for the Texans, and forward they run to send it away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback, this drive starting from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes. Demario Douglas, the intended target. So 2nd down coming up.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. They'll go right side with Gibbs. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back, because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Here's a throw. Complete beyond the marker. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. They'll toss it to Gibbs. And he gets some good yardage down to the 42. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Here's the handoff. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
They go play action on first. Got Williams, and it's complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Speed kills, baby. You better make that tackle right away on these receivers, or you're going to get some serious yak. Those yards after catch, just like that. Take it a short gain and turn it into an explosive play.
Big play got him to the doorstep, Brock. 4 more yards now in goal to go. They'll try and punch it in. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
And he's in for the touchdown. The Lions get it down to a single point. Now it's Will Reichert on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Lions tie this game 7-7. The Lions have it all set as they send this one downfield. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Plowing up the middle. And they needed more than one defender. Their powerful runner stopped for just 1 yard. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. We're 1 quarter closer to some turkey as we reach the end of one on Thanksgiving. Both teams neck and neck so far. We're back to Ford Field right after this. Welcome back. We'll begin the 2nd quarter with the Texans in possession. They have 2nd and 9 for their first play. Burrow from the gun. Finds him over the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Here we go.
First and 10. Ball set up at the 48.
Here we go.
Blown back, it's the handoff. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Here we go.
Second down now, 7 to go. Burrow. Into the hands of Tucker, complete. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. The big play nets him 17 yards. And the Texans are going to have a first down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Man in motion here. They'll run here on first down. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
I'm one, ready?
They'll come up first and 10. Back-to-back carries here. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
I'm one, ready?
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Here's Burrow. Cut near the goal line. Touchdown, Houston. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
The kicking team all ready for the Texans, and forward they run to send it away. Return coming from the 6. Finds some space, he's past the 30. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. First and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. And that's caught. Here comes Jahmyr Gibbs. And that's good for a gain of 5. Tackle made by Chris Abrams-Drain.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker. It's second and 5. Hand off to the back. We're working a couple of yards past the line. Nnamdi Madubuike making that stop. 2 yards on the pickup, and that leaves him with third down and 3. Back to throw. He finds Laporta. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that'll be first down, Detroit.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
From the 44-yard line now, first and 10. Straight ahead with Gibbs. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
You know, that's a good run right there to keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
Second and 6 coming up here. He's going to throw this one. Throw complete to Williams. And they make this stop, we're going to say, at about the 37-yard line.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Third and just 2 to go. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
They're now set for 1st and 10. Throwing off the play fake here. And he will score. It's a Detroit touchdown. The Lions can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. It's a Sam Laporta touchdown. When you reach the status that he has around the league, Brock, well, we all at this point expect him to be making plays like this when he's targeted down near the end zone.
Yeah, I think the best thing I can say about this dude is he makes it look easy a lot of the time. And this game, trust me, is never easy. It speaks to how well he plays this position.
The Lions have it all set as they send this one downfield. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go, here we go.
Give now to the running back. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2. So a crazy first half has finally reached the 2-minute warning. And it's the Texans, who only need a couple on 2nd and 2. From the 38. Completed over the middle. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Throwing is Burrow. That's going to be caught by Mitchell. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it sets up a Houston first.
I don't care how good a secondary you are, how loaded you are with talent. When you've got time to allow a receiver to work from one side of the field all the way to the other versus zone coverage, well, you're going to make a defense pay.
To the outside, it's intercepted. And the Lions have it now as he makes the 20th interception of his career. Wanted to hit his tight end there, but a defender anticipated it, got a hand on it, and it is picked off.
Yeah, I think this defenses today have figured it out. There's a lot of good tight ends, and they can be mismatch makers, so you better have an awareness and coverage of where those tight ends are. This defense did, and boy, what a big play to take that ball away.
Play action on 1st down. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there. Looked like a bit of a concentration drop on that one. So that brings up 2nd down.
Oh, that drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, But then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say, keep that one in mind. They could revisit that play in the future.
He puts some air under a deep throw to the left. He's got it deep downfield. He will go. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions get some late points and the lead. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Reichert on for the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Lions break that tie and now lead by 7. The Lions have it all set as they send this one downfield. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go. Here we go.
Burrow throwing out of the pistol. Got him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! But fortune on the Texans side. One of their guys got to it. They're going to keep the football.
Well, I think you know the only thing redeeming about that play, Kate.
They got the ball back.
Yeah, well done. Yeah, they got the ball back, but a whole lot longer down in distance.
On one, ready?
They really need some chunk yardage here on second down.
Here we go.
Trying again following the sack. He just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Looking to throw, Burrow. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of fourth down. Now the Lions calling a timeout. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. The Texans set to punt. And he's in a real tough spot for his first kick. Coming off 4 punts in that loss, and he boots his first of this game away. We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Lions will go on offense. They're out and set, first and 10. They'll throw to begin this drive. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now it's second down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Still time for a couple of plays, though. 15 seconds left.
I don't fault the look downfield at all. I mean, that was just a situation there where it's a better defensive play than the offense executing.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. He's dropping back to throw. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now.
Every time I see one of those angle routes, I think back to my day 1 install. Rookie minicamp in the NFL. Texas, angle route. 49ers of the 80s, they were making hay with it then, and the running back's still doing it to this day.
Didn't get that one off in time. This is going to be a delay of game. Well, no gain on the play, just fine for the defense, so they're going to decline the flag and let that play stand. And that penalty is going to go ahead and put them right back where they started. It's 1st and 10 again. They are throwing it again. And that's incomplete. With 7 seconds left. Time for 1, maybe 2 more snaps.
I'll tell you what that deflection right there, Kate, tells me. That defense was following and reading the quarterback's eyes. Knew exactly where that throw was going. And it takes a little bit of intuition, a little bit of feel. He's able to get his hands on it and knock it out of bounds.
And they send a man in motion. Throwing it again here. And they will score. Touchdown, Detroit! The Lions will add to their lead at the end of the half. Demario Douglas with the touchdown. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Record there to tack on the extra point. And the Lions double their lead to 14. Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback, this drive starting from the 30. One last play before the break. He's back to throw. Has it downfield, working the left. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. The Lions have it all set as they send this one downfield. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback.
On 1, ready?
1st and 10 now from the 30.
Done. Done.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
Here we go.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. He's going deep. Run down, and at the end he loses the football. It's knocked free. Going the other way, Lions have it. And they finally drag him down, but not until after nice return.
You know, Kate, that is just an awesome job by the defense. We talk about it all the time, pursuit and effort, pursuit and effort. Pursue, and they rip the football away.
So just like all touchdowns, all turnovers also reviewed, and they want to take another look at this one.
Here we go.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. There's the handoff. And he'll have it down to almost the 10-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
You get into the red zone and every detail matters. It matters on the whole 100 yards. But, Kate, once you get inside this red zone, it is so critical. And let's tip our cap to the defense on the details, creating that sack.
Here we go.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Burrow out of the shotgun. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you.
And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Texans cut into the lead coming out of halftime. They're out to try and tack on the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Texans chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll throw. He put everything he had into this one. That's grabbed inside the 30. There it is, touchdown Detroit. The Lions push their lead further to start the half. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
The Lions have it all set as they send this one downfield. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
Burrow from the gun. Completed to Collins. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
Kate, when you watch the Combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. And without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Burrow back to throw. He lobs it up, looking deep to the right side. Trying to float that one in, and defenders there for the interception. Ryan Branch has it. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Trying the handoff. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
If there's ever a play we can call garden variety in the NFL, I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run and a pretty sound stop there defensively.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Now looking to throw. Finds a seam down the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. It's taken in by Williams. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset. 1st and 10 from the 41. Now a give left side. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Christian Harris on the stop.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule. That kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 36. Caught by his fullback behind the line. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, even a drop would have been better than that, frankly. Couldn't find a way back to the line of scrimmage, and it's a rare pass that actually loses yardage.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Pass play coming here. That's caught for the 1st. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And that gives the Lions the 1st. Working inside the red zone. And the catch is made. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. It's a Sam Laporta touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Reichert on for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Lions stretch their lead to 21. The Lions have it all set as they send this one downfield. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go, here we go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. He's looking deep once again. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down.
Here we go.
Now Burrow. Fits it through the middle. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Here we go.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Here's Burrow. Catch made by Mitchell. It's a pickup of 11. And the Texans are going to have a first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Here we go.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. To throw again, it's Burrow. Couldn't bring it in over the middle, incomplete. This one misses the tight end. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Still sticking with the passing game. This finds Mitchell, complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And it sets up a Houston first.
On 1, ready?
Burrow. Has it at the 7. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Going ground here. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Here we go. Here we go.
Just 1 quarter standing between these teams and Turkey in this Thanksgiving contest. It's the Texans with the football and a chance to do a little window dressing here in the 4th. They'll try again from the 4. It's 2nd and goal. They'll send him up the middle. And he's over the line and in. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans get it back to within 2 possessions. Oh, and it's no good. Just his 2nd missed extra point in this season. And they failed to tack one onto that touchdown. So following the missed point after, the chance to take his frustrations out on that football as he sends this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. I'll start on the ground with Gibbs. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That one goes for 31 yards and a first down when all is said and done.
Those outside runs so critical for running back, quarterback, O-line to hit their targets. They got a target area to expose that defense and make the most of it, and that offense just put on display some teaching tape for it.
First down, and they go right back to him. It's an 8-yard pickup, then they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Right up the gut. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to first down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on a 3rd and short.
Back to the well again. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. It's a gain of 4 there. And that'll be first down, Detroit.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
A handoff for Williams, running left. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
You know, for pitchers, you'll hear them say, gosh, you got to pitch this guy backwards. For defenses, you got to do the same at times, Kate. You just can't always run it on first. You got to mix in some high percentage pass plays. Otherwise, you're going to get hit right in the face for a loss just like that.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. This time it's a passing play. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. Looking for Sam Laporta with that one. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
You know, I love this, Kate, from an offense. Just philosophically, stretching that secondary out with your tight end. Even still, one of the deeper targets you're going to see him get. It's a shame they couldn't quite connect.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Dropping back to throw. Cut at the 10-yard line. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Give him 24 on that play. And that gives them 1st and goal. Here's the handoff. Runs it in. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions have likely locked up the win right there. Reichert on for the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Lions grow the lead now to 22 points. The Lions have it all set as they send this one downfield. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
Throwing is Burrow. That's going to be caught by Mitchell. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Here we go.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. They motion the tight end over. From the 39. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down.
Not an open passing lane to be found anywhere. He took what he thought was the best one available, and they still managed to tip the ball away.
On 2.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Here we go.
They send a receiver in motion right.
Here we go.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. He has the first over the middle. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. He manages a gain of 8 there. And the Texans are going to have a 1st down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
First down, Burrow to throw. Taking a deep shot here. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. Try and get in it to Nico Collins. And it sets up 2nd down.
You know, ball skills are not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge gain.
Burrow throwing again on 2nd and 10. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Trying for the deep ball. He's got it inside the 10. And in for the Houston touchdown. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you think on the other side, defensively, they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
So now the Texans decide not to pull the offense. They're not kicking. They're going for 2. He's throwing for it. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. And it looks like the offense got that one back. Yes, they did. They pounce on it inside the 10. Still down a couple of scores after that. They're going to set up for the onside kick. Oh, the Texans are confident they have it, and they do! 2-score game. Gotta get yourself additional opportunities somehow. And that right there, that's a huge one. Feel like they absolutely now have to translate this into points.
They really do, and not just make it a one-possession game. As you've taught me, Kate, how do you eat an elephant?
One bite at a time, Papa.
One possession at a time, one play at a time, one bite at a time to the very end.
And he's got it up to midfield and into Lions territory. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign where they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Burrow throwing out of the pistol. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. Intercepted, but oh, wait. Officials say that he wasn't in bounds. The offense can let out a little sigh of relief.
Well, he had the space from the defender and the concentration to make a great catch. What he didn't have was enough end zone real estate. That's just a very, very exciting incompletion.
On one, right?
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here.
Here we go.
Burrow from the gun. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up fourth down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on fourth.
Here we go. Here we go.
Trying for it with Burrow. Finding Collins. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. And that might do it for him, Brock. Doesn't reach the marker as they turn it over on downs here in the fourth.
Well, I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in four-down territory, down a couple scores here in the fourth. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for two.
I think we got to be careful, and I'll raise my hand of thinking that play was just a nothing burger. Because what can happen from that, Kate, is you put some nice toppings on it. A play-action pass, a shot that comes down the road from what looked like a very plain play.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. They'll toss it to Gibbs. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now. We've reached the 2-minute warning in Detroit. Lions nearing their 6th win this season. They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Complete beyond the marker. Hits the 20. And he's out of bounds, but makes it all the way down to the 7. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
I love this, Kate. No issues at all going to this receiver in the short field because they know at any time when this man touches the ball, he can transform a short completion into a big play.
They take a knee, and that's going to force that defense to burn a timeout if they want to save any clock here.
You got to expect the timeout is coming any moment now, right? If you want another shot with the ball, you'll need every second you can conserve on that clock.
They take a knee, and that's going to force that defense to burn a timeout if they want to save any clock here.
Okay, time for the defense to think about getting that ball back. And this is where you've got to conserve every second. Got to expect the timeout coming any moment now.
They take a knee, and that's going to force that defense to burn a timeout if they want to save any clock here.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
So it's 1 for the win column for the Lions. And they're going to get to celebrate both the Thanksgiving holiday and the victory over the coming days, with more time than normal coming up between games. So for my partner, Brock Heward, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott, saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. It's a win for the Lions, as we'll see you next time from Detroit.